Welcome to Stoicism Drive, the place where we uncover the hidden truths of human psychology and reveal how they shape our lives in ways we rarely notice. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever been at a lively gathering? The kind filled with laughter, clinking glasses, and casual chatter, and suddenly found yourself wondering, what's really happening beneath the surface of these interactions? Every smile, every tilt of the head, every subtle shift in tone carries meaning. But most people never stop to notice. In today's deep dive, we'll explore 5 surprising psychological insights about women, insights that at first might feel counterintuitive, even puzzling, but are strongly supported by research and observation. And here's the twist. These aren't just fun facts to store away. They're practical tools that can help you build stronger relationships, communicate with more clarity, and navigate social interactions with confidence. Stay with me until the end, because once you see these patterns, you'll start spotting them everywhere in daily life. And that awareness might just change the way you understand not only others, but yourself. Psychological fact number 1. The power of red. Let's begin with something bold, something impossible to ignore: the color red. Red isn't just a shade we find on traffic lights, roses, or lipstick. It's a universal signal that carries enormous weight across cultures and across time. Think about it. In nature, red is often the color of ripe fruit, of life, of warning, and of attraction. It commands attention instantly, even when we don't want it to. When a woman wears red, something fascinating happens. People around her, men and women alike, often perceive her as more attractive, more confident, and more memorable. Picture this: a crowded room. Dozens of conversations happening at once. Someone walks in wearing a striking red dress or even just a vivid red scarf. Without trying, she becomes the focal point of attention. You may not know her name, but you'll likely remember her presence long after the night ends. But the power of red isn't limited to physical attraction. In professional environments, it sends subtle signals too. Imagine a presentation where one speaker wears neutral tones and another wears a red blouse. The person in red may unconsciously be judged as more confident, persuasive, or capable. It's not that the color changes their ideas, it changes how their ideas are received. So why does this happen? Deep down, our brains are wired to react to visual cues linked with survival and reproduction. Red has long been associated with vitality, fertility, and even power. What's amazing is that this signal still influences us today, not just in primal attraction, but in business meetings, classrooms, and casual encounters. So, next time you're preparing for an important event, whether it's a date, a job interview, or a major presentation, consider the quiet but undeniable message the color red might send on your behalf. Psychological fact number 2. Superior emotional memory. Memory isn't just about facts and figures, it's about emotions. And here, women often hold an extraordinary advantage. While many people can recall what happened in the past, women more often recall how it felt. That means they're not just remembering words exchanged in a conversation, they're remembering the tone, the mood, the atmosphere, and the emotions tied to those words. Imagine a couple arguing. Months later, he might remember the topic they fought about, but she might remember the precise feeling she had, the sadness, the tension in the room, the exact look on his face. That memory of emotion can shape how she approaches future conflicts, often giving her a deeper sense of empathy and understanding. This ability extends beyond personal relationships. In friendships, it allows women to recall the emotional highs and lows of shared experiences, making bonds stronger. In the workplace, it helps them navigate team dynamics with greater sensitivity, noticing who was stressed in a meeting or who felt overlooked. It even influences consumer behavior. Think about it. Most of us don't just remember a product, we remember how it made us feel. That's why a woman might remain loyal to a brand for years, because she remembers the emotional satisfaction tied to it, not just the product itself. This superior emotional memory isn't just a curiosity, it's a tool. It explains why women often excel at maintaining long-term relationships and why they can be so effective in leadership roles that require empathy, diplomacy, and strong interpersonal awareness. Ask yourself, When was the last time you remembered how someone made you feel? More than what they actually said. That's the power of emotional memory in action. Psychological fact number 3. Sensitivity to voice tone. Words matter, but the way words are delivered often matters more. And here's another fascinating insight. Women tend to be especially sensitive to the tone of voice. Think about how much information tone carries. A single phrase like, "I'm fine," can mean wildly different things depending on whether it's spoken warmly, flatly, or sharply. Many women instinctively pick up on those subtle differences and adjust their responses accordingly. This heightened sensitivity has real-world benefits. In negotiations, it helps women detect hesitation, confidence, or even deception, sometimes without consciously realizing it. In friendships, it enables them to sense sadness or stress hidden beneath a cheerful exterior, offering support at just the right moment. In romantic relationships, it deepens communication, because emotions that might be hidden in words often slip through in tone. And let's not forget parenting. A mother often knows what her child needs, not because of what the child says, but because of how they say it. That keen awareness creates a safe emotional environment where children feel understood even before they can fully express themselves. Tone is like an invisible thread running through all conversations. It shapes trust, empathy, and clarity, and women's natural ability to read that thread gives them an edge in forming deeper, more meaningful human connections. Psychological fact number 4. Diversified flirting strategies. Flirting is often misunderstood. Many see it as playful banter or lighthearted fun. But in reality, it's a complex social skill, and women frequently use it in highly adaptive ways. Unlike men, who may rely on more straightforward tactics, women often employ a variety of strategies. At times, they may appear reserved, using subtle gestures like gentle smiles, tilted heads, or soft eye contact. At other times, they might shift into a bold, direct approach, initiating conversation, holding eye contact longer, or showing clear signs of interest. Why the variation? Because it allows them to read the situation and adjust. Imagine a woman at a social event. She begins with subtle cues to gauge interest. If she receives positive signals, she ramps up the energy, becoming more direct and engaging. If not, she can retreat gracefully without social tension. But here's the key. This adaptability isn't just about romance. It reflects a wider skill in navigating human relationships. In the workplace, the same ability to switch between gentleness and assertiveness can help a woman present ideas persuasively, build alliances, and defend her views when necessary. On a date, playful humor and light physical gestures might create intimacy, while in professional settings, a careful balance of warmth and authority might establish credibility. The diversity of these strategies shows an impressive mastery of social nuance, an ability to tailor communication style to the context, the audience, and the moment. It's not manipulation, it's flexibility. And it's one of the reasons women often excel at creating strong first impressions and sustaining long-term connections. Psychological fact number 5. Hormonal cycles and communication. Finally, let's explore something rarely discussed openly but incredibly important: the impact of hormonal cycles on communication. Throughout the month, women may experience natural shifts in mood, energy, and emotional expression. During certain phases, they might feel more outgoing, empathetic, and communicative. At other times, sensitivity may increase, leading to sharper reactions or deeper reflection. Take the ovulatory phase. For instance, many women feel more confident and expressive during this time, which can make their interactions warmer, more engaging, and even more persuasive. On the other hand, in the premenstrual phase, heightened sensitivity might make them more vulnerable to stress or irritation. Far from being a weakness, these changes can actually enhance different aspects of life. Some phases may sharpen focus and creativity, while others deepen empathy or assertiveness. Recognizing these rhythms, both personally and socially, can transform communication. Partners, friends, and colleagues who understand and respect these shifts often find relationships smoother and more supportive. It's like the changing seasons. Each has its challenges, but each also brings unique strengths. By tuning in rather than ignoring these natural cycles, We foster environments where women can express themselves authentically and thrive in both personal and professional spaces. Practical applications and conclusion. Now, let's step back. What have we uncovered? The magnetic influence of red, shaping attraction and authority. The remarkable depth of emotional memory, helping preserve bonds. The keen sensitivity to tone, guiding communication and empathy. The flexible strategies of flirting, extending far beyond romance. The subtle but powerful rhythm of hormonal cycles, affecting expression and decision-making. Together, these insights paint a vivid picture of how psychology influences connection. They remind us that human interaction isn't random, it's layered, nuanced, and filled with hidden signals that, once understood, can transform the way we relate to others. So, I'll leave you with two questions. Which of these insights surprised you the most? And how might you apply this knowledge in your own relationships? Whether at home, at work, or among friends? At Stoicism Drive, we believe wisdom is only powerful when it's put into practice. So if you found this deep dive helpful, don't just keep it to yourself, hit the like button, subscribe for more thought-provoking explorations, and share this video with friends who would love to understand people on a deeper level. And most importantly, leave a comment below. Tell us which psychological fact resonated with you the most, or share your own experiences where you noticed these truths in action. We'd love to hear your perspective. Because the more we understand others, the more we grow ourselves. And that's the true power of psychology.